Hello everyone, and today we're going to be looking at the new features in Romance of the Three Kingdoms 8 Remake, Destiny and Strategy expansion pack. I'm going to go ahead and just quickly skim through it. If you guys want to read the whole thing by yourself on your own time, I will leave the link of the official page in the description below, okay? So, new features. This is the PUK, the upcoming expansion pack coming out in January 29, 2026, okay? So we have gems. Open up new possibilities according to your status. Gems and their types. Consume meadow to unlock gems on a board to gain new commands or improve abilities. The type of gems can vary depending on the status. There are certain types that work exclusively with the following statuses: ruler, viceroy, governors, tacticians, common officers, chieftains, and free officers. So, I apologize. From what I understand so far, if we look over here, they have their own, each class have their own like board to select their skills or traits, however you want to call it. Basically, that's the summary of that, I assume, or I'm guessing. Alright, so over here, freely choose your support type. The support type can be chosen freely by the player. The effect of gems earned in a previous status can remain in effect even if the player's status changes, as long as it sets as the appropriate support type. By doing this, it will expand the possibility of what the players can do according to the traveled path and experience. Additionally, there are gems types for warriors, literary persons, and villains with effects that only manifest when set up as a support type. So basically, from what I understand from this little description, is that there is specific, I'm gonna call it the board, okay? This thing, I'm gonna call it the board. But the board has its own set for certain classes, but it also has a support one as well. So the support one, all of the classes are able to use, but some are locked behind certain statuses. Obviously, I think that's my understanding of this. And don't worry if most of this is misinformation or whatever. Like I said, take your time reading this on your own time, and on January 29, when the game does come out, or whenever we do get more information on this game, I'll probably make a video on it, okay? So the varied effects of powerful gems. Players can create their own limitless Three Kingdoms experience by utilizing various gem types, such as Foresight, which allows tacticians to command officers to act a second time, Overwhelm, which drastically increased the winning rate for duels by words, and Assaults, which villain can execute on other officers. Okay, not really sure. There's a lot to dissect, but I'm assuming with these gems you're able to, and the only reason why I'm saying assuming is because I don't know how it fully works yet, because I do not have access, okay, to the game yet, or to the DLC, okay, or the PUK, however you want to pronounce it. But from what my understanding is, when you are using the gem type or whatever, you see how there's like a, let's just say like there's a warrior here, right? The warrior board, you could pretty much unlock a skills that gives you this command, because this is a new command right here called Thrash. So that was never there before, but I'm assuming that is what the gem does, okay? Alright, moving on to turning points. Now turning points, I feel like it's a lot to dissect, because there's just, I feel like a lot could happen. But I feel like during this description, because I read this yesterday already, but I decided to make a video today. I feel like when I was reading this, it was still a little bit confusing to me, so I feel like it would be better if I had hands-on. But rises and opportunities can change the course of battle. Increased opportunities lead to turning points. Alright? Turning points are events that can completely turn the tides of battle and have an effect on the entire country. Turning points increase the chances of opportunities arising due to passage of time or in reaction to the movement of other forces. One type can trigger once per cycle, as player can always identify the next turning point most likely to be triggered. They can also predict and prepare for it. No idea what none of that means, and I'm still confused even after I read it. But if you guys understand, leave it in the comment section below. Maybe I'll probably understand it a little bit better. Anywho, chances can change the type of turning points. By fulfilling specific tactical conditions, a chance can be activated. It can increase the chance of players being able to select a turning point that is linked to said chance. When the next turning point occurs, as chance, conditions for each turning point can always be confirmed. Players can aim to trigger a specific chance in order to increase the chances of enabling their desired turning point. No idea what this means. All I know was that I just read turning point, chance, chance, chance. So, but looking at these pictures, turning point, invasion of foreign tribes, activation, rate increase. It's an opportunity, I guess. Foreign tribes have become more active as a result of decreased public order in frontier cities. So, like I said, I feel like this has just so much to it and it's very confusing. So once I get my hands on, I'll probably be like, oh, so this is what it means, you know? Anyways, now we have a variety of turning points to change strategies. There are various types of turning points, such as invasion of foreign tribes, in which foreign tribes are stationed in several cities in decisive battles, where several units from different cities march into battle at once. Depending on the turning point that has been triggered, the battle situation can drastically change. Not really sure what that means, but I'm going to assume or take a guess. Whenever you're in a battle fighting another force, a random turning point could happen to the point where more like the tribe, I guess what they call it, the tribe would just join the battle as well. So basically you're fighting like two other forces now. I think that's my little small understanding, but I could be wrong. Like I said, do not quote me on any of this. I'm just basically reading and pretty much stating my opinion on what I think it means as well, okay? Now let's head into the new commands. These are the new 3 things that they recently just updated. I read this yesterday, but I'm making a video in case you guys did not know about it. Alright, so new commands, and I'm very excited for these commands, by the way, because a few months ago they sent a survey wanting people to take their survey or whatever, and I took the survey, and at the very end I think it asked for like a feedback or whatever, and I basically told them some of my like feedbacks and what I kind of wish to see in the game. And with the new commands, they actually added some of my like wishes that I kind of wanted. Like I left that in the survey, and yeah, we'll get into it. All right. So, excuse me. We have new commands. New commands provide a broader, limitless RTK experience. Various new commands have been added, allowing for more freedom of play. Not only have new commands been added through gems, which have dramatic effects, but convenient commands that do not require gems have also been added, or included, broadening playing possibilities. Alrighty, so this one is the one that I'm most excited about, and I'll let you guys know in a bit, alright? Parliament commands. In Parliament commands, such as abdicate, where the position of ruler can be offered to another officer and defect. Here, the viceroy and governor can change sides and change the city to a different force, have been added, allowing players to play from a new position in the middle of the game to greatly change the battlefield situation and enjoy a completely different style of officer play. Very excited for this one, because if you also look here in the personnel, I also see execute. So one of the things that I actually wanted them to add was an execute feature. Why? Because it was so hard to get rid of like certain like warriors, and it was very hard to get rid of like people that you don't want in your force anymore. Like if you were to like get rid of someone, like let's say I was to kick Lubu out of my force, he would become a free officer and I would not be able to execute him. That was like kind of like an annoying thing. So I'm glad that they added this feature. Alright, that was just an example, you guys. Of course I love Lubu. Like I would keep him in my force. He is very strong, okay? Anywho, so this is just a image of the abdication. Alright, and then over here is basically the defect. Yeah. So here it is. I think I read this one already. Yeah, I did. Alright, so another one, like another like want that I wanted, and I left it in the feedback, and I'm glad they put it in the game, is this right here. Interaction commands. Incite and cut ties have been added as interactions commands. With Incite, it's possible to form a vagrant army under the leadership of someone the player is interacting with. Alright, to compare, cut ties allow players to dissolve friendship and annual pledges between sworn siblings and spouses. So this cut ties right here is what I wanted when they asked in the survey, because I wanted to divorce pretty much whatever, like my husband or wife I wanted to divorce, and it was not possible. The only way you would be able to become single again is you would have to basically join another force and basically fight your husband or your wife or whatever and have them get killed to the point where you become single again. That was the only way. So it was pretty annoying, and I actually was like, can they add a divorce feature? And it looks like they did, so I'm very excited. Here we have city commands. As for the city commands, extort has been added, allowing player to threaten the merchant to obtain money and goods. Unlike loot, which can only be performed by officers belonging to a force, this command can also be performed by free officers in case they find themselves in a difficult financial situation. Of course, this action will also increase the notoriety of said officer. So looking at this image, when you extort, you're basically making the public order go down, you're gaining gold, and your notorious also goes up on that specific city, okay? So this is just if you want gold, I'm assuming. So heading into the vagrant armies, with new choices, playing as the chieftain of a vagrant army has become more enriched. So here they added a new might feature, and it just says this is a new ending that you can earn. So for vagrant armies, the new element of might has been added. Employing prominent officers and winning battle against bandit will increase your might, and once your might has been raised to a certain level, the vagrant army exclusive ending can be achieved. Alright. More freedom of play in vagrant armies by using exclusive gems. Chieftain gems provide effects that are fitting for a vagrant army. Appearing and disappearing allow players to deploy an army to a city far away, while Incite bandits allow players to summon bandits to several cities in one go. Use them to aim for cities with lower defense, summon bandits, and subjugate them to increase your might, or to weaken other forces. Enjoy completely new vagrant and army tactics. So this one, oh wow, it says bandit has appeared in Yi and as well as 5 other cities. This one's actually pretty crazy. It's like an all-out like attacking 5 different cities at the same time. Very interesting. Cannot wait to check it out. And it looks like once you're a chieftain, you have to basically unlock the skill traits, or however you want to call it, because it says the range of cities you can march to will increase by 1. Alright. Okay, so that's pretty much for the vagrant armies. Let's go into the other tabs now. In the other tabs, we have addition of various new elements such as new events, traits, and official positions. Several new elements has been added from events and movies that were essential part of the latter part of the 3 kingdoms and portray each officer's strength and weaknesses. To new traits, fictional spouses and officers' positions that can be given to officers and increase their stats. Okay, so here we see the positions for, you know, the people. Here is a new fictional spouse, and then here they're just showing that there are new traits, pretty much. So he has the northern horsemanship, which is a new thing. He never had that before. Alright, and then this is the event I would say they were mentioning with the Zhuge Liang and Huang Rong and Xiahou Yuan. So yeah. Alright, so it looks like those are all of the new features that will be in the PUK, in the upcoming PUK, or in the DLC, however you want to say it. Now remember, this is still early. They could still randomly add more or announce more. As of today, which is December 17, 2025, as of this video, I don't know when I'm gonna upload it, but as of today, this is all the news or features that we have so far that's been announced. So this could be updated to add more things. We'll just have to wait and see until the game comes out in January 29, 2026. I will be playing it when it comes out, and I will be making a video pretty much on all the new features. I will showcase it. So yeah, hopefully you guys have a good, bright, beautiful day, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace out.